But we got one of the biggest trades or players that moved in the last couple days. Obviously, a lot of transaction going on with the rosters being cut down to 53. But Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, one of my favorite slot defenders in the league over the last few years with the Saints, was moved to Philly for a couple of draft picks. And he'll be playing now safety. And, extension talks broke down between him and the Saints. And he also said, hey, you know what? Safeties are getting paid more than slot defenders, which, I think situational with that, but I don't think slot defenders are getting their just due right now. You see it happening with Kenny Moore in Indy. He's still not paid like I think he should be. And that's the starting position at this point in the NFL. You got to have guys that can play at a high level in that slot, because you look at the offenses and where they're putting the best receivers, especially when the game matters most. Devontae Adams plays a bunch in the slot. Jefferson slot a lot. Cooper Kupp. Hunter, like every week in, week out, like you're going to have those matchups. You got to have a guy in there that can play in the pass and run game. So they should be getting that bag. So I hate to see this for Chauncey Gardner. But he's going to Philly. Philly continues to make great moves this offseason, man. What you thought about this deal?
Another great move by Philly, man. So another reason why it's no excuses, no explanations for that team and that organization this year. You continue to make moves. You continue to bring players in that can help your roster. And Chauncey Gardner-Johnson moving to safety. But again, I just think that helps your defense. As the defensive coordinator, you have Bradbury, you have Slay, and then you bring Chauncey in, playing safety position, but even what you can do with a safety now, you can bring them down in different coverages and covering the slot, covering the tight end. Yeah. So again, I think
they got Avonte Maddox too, who's a good slot defender.
A slot defender, exactly. So now when you talk about matchups, like that's even with disguising your defense. Like you don't have to run guys across the defense. Like, okay, are they playing zone? Are they playing man? Or are they just going to rock down with the safety? So it's a lot of things that you can do.
Damn, you just made me think about something. Yep.
Yeah, it's just a lot of things that you can do now when you add a guy like him and you move him to safety. So I love the move. I love the move. And not to mention just the style of player he is, where he gets up under guys' skin and the way he's can get in guys' minds, but he's a good player. So I love the addition to the defense. And I'm just thinking about as a DB, as a defensive coordinator, what we can do on the back end now, as far as defensive calls, the way we adjust to different motions, the way we line up to formations is very tricky now, because as a offensive coordinator or a quarterback, you don't know where these guys are going to line up. Typically if a guy motions over, and if you in nickel defense, that nickel's gonna run with him.
Yeah.
But now it's you can play it many different ways where a safety can just drop down and your quarterback will think you in zone coverage the whole time you playing man. So great move, great addition.
Yeah, great move. And you made me think about something else. So one of the positions that I was kind of like I was a slot defender, obviously, but before I moved to safety my 9th year. My 7th and 8th year, we would run like something that was called a penny package. And it was like for like first down, offense come out in first down. So it'd be a rundown, but I would sub in for like the strong safety. So I would go cover that slot defender. We won't have to go complete nickel package. We'll still have base defense basically, but me on the slot defender. So now the Eagles have that flexibility because they do have Avonte Maddox, who is a good nickel. And now you have a safety that can play both positions. And that was probably part of the reason why the Saints, I guess, felt comfortable moving on from. They just paid Tyrann. Honey Badger can obviously play that slot role as well. I don't know how much he will want to play that now, being a little later in his career. He plays more safety dime position. But it's a lot of flexibility that it brings to that Eagles defense. And Howie Roseman, man, a few years removed from that Super Bowl appearance, he's going all in on this rookie quarterback contract, and we both picked. I believe we both picked the Eagles a few weeks ago to win the NFC. And this only makes me feel better about that pick. You look at the additions. Your guys signed Reddick, Kobe Dean. Jordan Davis, Bradbury, uh, Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. That's all on the defense this offseason. And then obviously offensively, you went got A.J. Brown. You have a great offensive line. I think Hurts gonna take that step, man. I'm excited about this team, man. This is one of the best in the entire league.
I am too. When you sticking with the offense, you talk about, bring in AJ Brown, and they also made a move on the offensive side of the ball. Jalen Reagor, moving him to Minnesota. What do you think, or what type of effect do you think that would have on this Philadelphia offense? Or do you think it was a good move for them, or you don't think it was play much of an impact on the offensive side?
I don't think it was an impact at all. I don't think it'll affect the Eagles at all. I think he was kind of the odd man out. Obviously he's kind of going to have to live with that being a pick right before Justin Jefferson and not really panning out at least the early part of his career. So it's a fresh start for him. Obviously a talented player. He was drafted in the first round. So a talented player, he gets another shot in Minnesota, oddly enough. But as far as the Eagles go, they got AJ Brown, they got Devontae Smith, and they got Quez Watkins too, who made a lot of plays at the receiver position last year, and Dallas Goedert. So they got 14. What's his name? Not Trevor. I can't Barnes. Something 14, but he can play in the backfield. He can play out wide. So I don't think it affects the Eagles at all when it comes to their offense. And Jalen Reagor now in Minnesota. You got Jefferson, you got Thielen, you got Osborne. So how would he fit in out there? To be interesting to see. But Philly made that trade, lost some picks to get Chauncey Gardner, now potentially getting some picks back with this Jalen Reagor trade. So shout out to Howie Roseman. Howie Roseman
making some moves, man.
These guys out here with these quarterbacks and these rookie deals, they say, hey, we got to go all in right now. And I love to see it.